Yakuza. Kazuma's the protagonist of 1 through 7. Well, technically he has 7 games, but not in sequential order. He's the protagonist from Yakuza 1 to 6. And then in 7, Ichiban Kasuga is the protagonist. And then a spin-off game happens in between 7 and 8, which is Ichiban. Well, not Ichiban, it's Kazuma Kiryu. So the game is split into 2 locations. You find yourself in Hawaii, and then the other one spanning time in Japan. The game starts off really well, and it's really suspenseful. You learn so many new things about characters that you meet in Hawaii, and about the underbellies of the crime that happens there. And then in Japan, same thing. You learn about the secret that happened throughout the game. I don't really want to get into any spoilers, but the game itself, story-wise, it's super enjoyable. Just that the only problem is that the latter half of the game feels rushed. It probably would have been better if they delayed the game a little bit. It just felt like there was no impact in the second half of the story. I mean, certain characters do have proper, story elements. It just, overall, I felt like the story was almost I don't know if you ever seen the meme of the horse being drawn. So 3/4 of the horse is perfect, and the last fourth is really ugly. I wouldn't say the game's story is really ugly, but just that the story was really rushed. Overall, though, I mean, they do tie up a lot of loose ends, but then they leave a lot that are always still open to interpretation. Gameplay. The gameplay was amazing. I love turn-based combat, and this game does a lot of that, and it does introduce a lot of quality of life changes from the 7th game. It's the auto skip button for combat. So let's say you want to grind some weaker enemies, you just hold down the option button. I'm not sure if that's the button, but you walk up to the characters, you initiate the battle, and then they finish it in a couple seconds. It's easier to grind in this game too. Pretty hard to grind in the 7th game. Gameplay. There is a lot of side games that you could play. What I thought was pretty cool, they have some game that's similar to Crazy Taxi. I played that game growing up, so of course Sega would be having that on their gameplay. Of course, Yakuza is filled with a lot of side games. You can play Mahjong. You could do Crazy Taxi. What's a mode like Crazy Taxi? And then you have other game modes. You could play pool. You could do karaoke. This game is just filled with a lot of stuff. You could even play Sonic games in the arcade. And Virtua Fighter. That's so cool. So gameplay, it does not get any less, it gets less exciting than that. graphics wise. Senga and Ryuga Kotoko really stepped up to the plate with this game. The game looks stunning in cutscenes and then out of cutscenes. It's amazing. There is one thing though I have to say about the gameplay. You should use an Animal Crossing style, like it's called Dondoko Island. It's like your version of like Creature Island. And I really enjoyed that piece of the gameplay. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it, but in order to play the game, you have to play it. So you build your own island, and you have residents that come in and stay there. And then from there, you try to make their stay the best you can. It's like you have your own hotel resort. So overall, for the game, I give it a 9.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed this game. It's the Yakuza series really good. Like I said, the only crap I have with the game is that the story feels slightly rushed. And certain elements of the story just feel so out of place. But I cannot complain about the other aspects. They really nailed the graphics and the gameplay. As for the Platinum Trophy, like I said, it took me about 2 weeks. A lot of grinding in between. I bought a PlayStation Portal when it first came out. Super handy. Times when I'm on my bike, I have a stationary Peloton bike, and then I'll play Yakuza on the Portal. So grinding and exercising at the same time. It's perfect. But Platinum, like difficulty, I would probably give it let's do like a star system. So on a scale of 1 to 5, I'd say the Platinum is probably like a 3.5. It's a little time consuming, but it's like nothing crazy. Yakuza Like a Dragon, number 7, is really a more difficult Plat. This game just has like a lot of grinding and trying to find specific things, but it's not difficult. Yeah, 9.5 out of 10 for the rating, and a 3.5 star difficulty for a Platinum Trophy. So almost about 2 weeks. If you have more time on your hands, you definitely could beat it sooner. It's just sometimes I can only game like 2-3 hours on a good night, on a good day. But yep, I do recommend this game to be picked up and played. You don't really need to play the other games in order to understand the story. If you do want to understand the characters, then yeah, you can play them. But it's not necessary. The story elements are the stuff from previous games. But go ahead and enjoy the game. Yakuza Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth needs to be played by more people. But anyways, I hope you liked the video. I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.